Ciao ragazzi. I would like the opportunity to go through the imperfetto again. So the imperfetto is a past tense, and it sounds redundant because you already learned past tense, which is the passato prossimo. So when do you use the imperfetto? I think this is the best way to explain it. You might describe actions in the past. So if they're specific actions, you will pick the passato prossimo. However, if these actions are repeated, then you will use the imperfect, because imperfect in certain sentences really means used to. For example, visitavamo la nonna ogni giovedì means we used to visit grandmother every Thursday. Or you may describe an action that is happening, is occurring, so that's your continuous action in the past. So, yeah, I was cooking all day yesterday. So we do have the past continuous, and I will teach it to you, but actually the imperfect takes care of that too. So my example is, cosa facevi ieri alle 3? What were you doing yesterday at 3? Or another type of action that you might use the imperfetto for is when you have two parallel actions. For example, ieri studiavo mentre ascoltavo la musica. So I have occurring actions, two of them, one together with the other. So two simultaneous actions. We talk about this when I then talk about an interruption. So if I studied and while I was listening to music and the phone rang, boom, the phone rang, interrupted that actually interruption will be the passato prossimo. So you will see when the two come together in the same sentence. One gives you this feeling that something is actually happening. It creates like a setting for which the interruption is going to take place. Another use for the imperfect is when we are describing, creating a setting. So examples for this are emotions. So when you're describing somebody's emotion, you say, yeah, Luisa era felice. Okay. If you're focusing on the fact that she was happy yesterday but not today, then you are going to describe a change. When you describe a change, then you will need the passato prossimo. But if you're just describing, then you're going to be using the passato prossimo. And most of the time, you just describe things in the past. You're not always making a point that things have changed. Same for the weather. You might say, oh, yesterday was such a beautiful day. Well, you're just describing it. So you will say, per esempio, il sole brillava, la giornata era bella, pioveva, just general. Or we can even call those occurring actions. So all day it was raining, or for a while it was raining. So this could go under the description or under an action that is taking place. Now the time, it is true that saying at 3 yesterday gives you a specific time, which makes you want to use a passato prossimo, but you really have to. You continue the sentence and say, well, is that the setting for the next action? So for example, oh, it was 4 o'clock when something happened. So in that case, it's more of a setting or just a description of the time. If I say, oh, we met at 4, ci siamo incontrati alle 4. Specific, it was 4 o'clock. You're not describing the time anyway. Just say, oh, 4 o'clock. No verb for that. Alle 4, at 4, what? Ci siamo incontrati, we met. Passato prossimo because it's a specific event, specific action. And as you see here, there's no specific for the word action. Same for the age. You say, oh, when I was 10, I used to blah, blah, blah. Or when I was little, those are general. They're really imperfect statements. Or to stay general, if you have wishes or dreams in the past, you can't pinpoint those. So you will use your general imperfect. Oh, da piccola lei sognava di essere famosa. Da piccola lei sognava di essere famosa. So this is the use of the imperfetto.